sing a solo.
Cindy loves to sing. All right, welcome everybody. Hi. If you're watching on Facebook, yes, we're early. Don't panic. We're not going to start the full show. This is the pre-show show. We got a few minutes. So while we are doing that, let me tell you a few pieces of information. For those of you watching on YouTube, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. You can do that by hitting that big red subscribe button. That's your first clue on where to go. The subscribe button will help you subscribe. We'd also appreciate if you give us a thumbs up on this video because it's going to be great. You might as well just go ahead and hit it now before you start watching because it's going to be fantastic. I can already tell you. And share it with your friends because your friends need to have essential oils in their life. So this is a weekly episode. Essential oils are not magic beans. They might seem like it, but they're not. But they are great for a lot of things. And we're going to talk today about, I'm assuming in keeping with the fact that this is July, we're going to talk about a really awesome family package that will really light up your world.
Yes. More bang for your buck. And you're frozen.
And we're back. It was like during election season when you're watching your favorite show and then you have to watch something from a politician right in the middle of your show and you're like, I don't care. Or is it just me? That happens too. So what was I talking about? Oh, I was making fun of Ronda. So that's very important. Ronda is sporting a new look, which is apparently in style somewhere in the world. She is so excited about having all of these bionic body parts that she wanted a bionic elbow. And so she'll be getting one of those this week. But we're grateful that she's here to tell the tale and tell us some information tonight also about essential oils. I'm sure she's using extra essential oils. In fact, I know she is because I gave her a very special Methuselah blend to use to use on her arm. So I'm sure she will share that secret recipe with you. If you're watching on Facebook, we're at facebook.com/oil shares. We ask that you do some stuff for us, okay? First of all, laugh at our jokes. It makes us feel good about ourselves, and it encourages us to keep going, okay? So you can do that by hitting the little emojis at the bottom of your screen. Also, you can tell your friends. There's a little button at the bottom where you can tell your friends that you're watching this right now. And if you have a friend that's watching and they're not a member, or if you're watching and you're not a member, please comment and let us know that you're here and that you're a guest so that we can enter you into a drawing to win a roller bottle remedy. You may ask yourself, what is a roller bottle remedy? That's not one. That's something else. I grabbed the wrong thing. This is a roller bottle, and it's a bottle, and it has a roller on it, and it's a remedy. So this one is called Brave. doTERRA makes some remedies, but I'm going to make you one of my very special remedies. If you're the winner, we'll contact you and let you know. So you can only enter if you tell us you're here. We cannot see you. You have to type and say, I'm here, I'm a guest, and I was invited by whoever, and we'll enter you in the drawing. Okay, so it is at the top of the hour, and you know what that means. It's time to talk about firecrackers, apparently. So I'm Deanna Nichols, doTERRA Blue Diamond. This is Ronda Forrester, doTERRA Gold. And Ronda, where would you like to begin as we talk about these 10 home essentials oils?
Right. So I wanted to just, as we're closing out the month of July, we think about the fireworks and everything. I want to tell everybody how they can get the best package. They can get a real bang for their buck. And this is a wonderful package of oils that it can meet just about every need that you've got in your home. And so I want to go through each of these different oils and tell you a little bit about them and great ways to use them. And, look forward to, if you've got questions, those that are in Facebook land, just go ahead and type them out and we will get them answered as quickly as we can for you. And hopefully if we'll have a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I don't have any sparklers that I can hand out tonight, but we'll get through it anyhow. So the neat thing about the Home Essentials kit, though, is not only do you get the oils in it, but you also get a petal diffuser. And if you're not familiar with using a diffuser in your home, I highly, highly recommend it. I don't know if my Vanna White has a petal diffuser, but my Vanna White's going to be showing some of these items for me, since I'm a little difficult trying to operate with just one arm tonight. So this petal diffuser is a great way that you can just create all kinds of aromatic therapy within your home, whether you're trying to uplift a mood, trying to calm yourself at night. It's got different settings, so you can set it for different lengths of time. It has a light that you can either have on or off. And I love the new petal diffuser. It is just, I love the coloring of it. What do you think, Deanna? Do you like that one?
Well, I'm not as cool as you, so I don't have the new one sitting here. I do have one in a box. This is the older one that I have, but the new one is much prettier. It has like a wood grain base, and this one the older version only ran for like up to 4 hours, and that one runs for up to 12. So it's got a lot more function to it now. So this one was already cool, but that's way cooler. So I'm excited about the new version of the petal, and that's the one that would come with this kit, the Home Essentials.
All right. I think we're having some interference in your all sky down there. You keep pixelating and slowing down.
Oh no. Hopefully you heard that. Did you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right.
So I wanted to tell you all though about that petal diffuser, and as we go along, there's different diffuser blends that we can tell you about that are great ways to use for pick-me-ups throughout the day, or we've got school coming up soon, so there's some oils I like to use during the school year. There's a great my husband works shift work, so we keep one in the bedroom that's a great calming oil that helps him get the rest that he needs. So there's all kinds of great ways to use your petal diffuser. So the first oil I want to talk about tonight is frankincense. Now, I know some of you all have probably seen out in cyberspace where everybody's got these rumors going about frankincense and this and that, and you can't get it anymore. And it's, I'm here to tell you, doTERRA is safe and sound with our frankincense. Deanna's showing how she loves to ingest her frankincense. I do it every morning and every night. And what's really neat is I've got a girlfriend who, her teenage son won't do it, but her grandson has been doing it since he was big enough to open his mouth and put them in, and he begs for it. And so it's just, it's a matter of what you have taught your children or grandchildren in that particular case. But frankincense has got some wonderful, wonderful benefits. It's a great neurological oil. And so I do apply it also. Not only do I put it under my tongue, but a lot of times I'll put it back here on the back of my neck in that little open space. I also like to put it up in the crown of my head. It helps with mental clarity. It helps me get rid of some of that fog. As my kids like to tease me because of my age. Get rid of some of those cobwebs, Mom. So, Deanna's, still young, spry. She hasn't hit that cobweb yet.
Depends on your definition of spry.
But frankincense also helps to enhance the many benefits of the other oils that we'll be talking about. So, it's a great way to give it kind of that little extra boost that you may need as you're going through. So,
I actually want to say something. I know I'm very rarely serious about anything, but I'm very serious about what I'm about to tell you. So tune in for a second. Okay. I want you to understand the power of frankincense oil, because I don't think people understand how powerful it is and all the things that it can do. So the reason why we take frankincense every day is because we're trying to give our body information that it's not getting from our environment and our foods. And if you don't know that those two things are not what they once were, then you haven't been paying attention, or you're living in a very lovely bubble that I do not know about. So we take frankincense every day just to give our bodies information so that it can find find a path to normal, healthy function. Okay. And so if you're ever in a situation where you're dealing with somebody who is in serious peril for their health, like it's like a life or death situation, you may have even been told that there's really nothing that can be done for that person, I am trying to tell you, please remember that you should use frankincense topically on that person every 90 minutes. Just get it on them somewhere on their skin. It's amazing what it can allow the body to do. The body is very resilient and very smart when given the right tools. So if you give it frankincense, it will find a pathway to allow your body to heal itself. The frankincense isn't what's healing you, it's giving you information. Information is powerful. Like somebody could tell you something and you're like, oh my gosh, I did not know that. You know, you see all those posts on Facebook that it's like, how old were you when you realized that you could store the staples underneath the stapler? And the person's always like, I was today years old when I realized that. Okay, so you were today years old when you realized that frankincense is like the oil to use in emergency situations, in serious situations. Don't ever give up. Get your frankincense out. If you don't know what else to do, at least put frankincense on. It will not hurt you. Let's put it that way. And your body will take that information and it will find a way to use it to bring about the normal process of healing that your body is already capable of, and it just doesn't know how to do it right now. Okay, I hope that helped you. That's my serious time. Expect there to be no more of that for the rest of the evening.
I can't believe that. But Deanna was sharing that, though. I know you and I both have personally witnessed it. You know, its wonderful power and just the way that it does work, both, you know, in your own health, your father's health. And then I have a good friend of the family where they told her husband would never awaken again. And he was in the critical care ICU and the nurse wouldn't let his wife apply it, but the doctor said yes. And the next day he was awake and sitting in a chair.
Yep.
And
That's right.
Yes, we both have seen, you know, great miracles with the frankincense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the next one I was going to talk about is lavender. Lavender is one of those wonderful calming oils, and I like being able to use it to soothe when my skin has a reaction that's not very friendly. I have very sensitive skin in the sense to a lot of chemicals and things like that. So my body does not react well to them. And I get all kinds of redness and other reactions that are not very good. And lavender goes with me everywhere. In fact, all of these oils we're talking about tonight, you can also get them in a roller bottle pack. And the roller bottle pack stays with me in my purse at all times, because I never know where I'm going to be and what I'm going to need to do. The nice thing with our roller bottles are that they're already pre-diluted, so they're safe for the little ones, or if you or someone that has sensitive skin, you need to be careful. But it's a great package to have with you at all times that gives you an opportunity to share with somebody that maybe you wouldn't be able to share with otherwise. Now, Deanna was showing applying the lavender to the throat. That is a great way to help your throat project more confidence. And it also helps to soothe with some irritation in the throat as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like I say, lavender is that calming oil. It helps your skin to calm down. It helps your emotional system to calm down. It helps your brain to calm down when it's time to wind down at the end of the day. It's great to apply to the bottom of children's feet and help them to settle down for the evening. Maybe make it a part of your bedtime routine. Let them rub some on their feet, read a book, and they'll be out like a light.
Since you mentioned about lavender helping with like communication, there's another oil that helps with communication, and I kind of like how these are a little bit different, but they both help with communication. So lavender, I feel like, is more for if you struggle with peaceful communication. And sometimes that can be because you're the type of person that just says everything, you don't like have a filter. And sometimes it's because you've been stuffing things down and then you just break and you say stuff because you've been storing it like it's like the kicking the dog thing, like you're actually mad at your husband, but instead you yell at the FedEx guy for ringing the doorbell. Not that that's ever happened to me or anything, but the FedEx guy is scared of me now, but that was hypothetical. So lavender can help you to have more peaceful communication, but spearmint is an oil that can help you to speak up. So if you tend to be the type of person that doesn't know how to say what you need to say, ask for what you need, tell somebody, hey, that's not okay to do that, then spearmint is good. Or just when you have a message that you need to share and you are a little scared to share it, spearmint. So there's a health benefit, like a physical health benefit and a emotional benefit to every single oil, because oils affect the brain first and the emotion center specifically of the brain. So you're actually affecting your emotions and those around you when you use essential oils. So if you think it sounds weird that we're talking about using it for something that's not physical, that's just how we roll. Okay, pun intended. So spearmint is another great one, and it's a mint, so it sounds like it would be a little crazy to put it on your neck, but it's not like peppermint. Peppermint can be very irritating to the skin if you have sensitive skin. For many people, you need to use a carrier oil. Spearmint, I have very sensitive skin. It doesn't bother me to put it right on my throat. In fact, spearmint is one of my favorite oils. I carry it in my pocket all the time if I'm going to be traveling. Like if I'm going to be in the car, on a boat, in a plane, I get motion sickness very easily. And inhaling it out of the bottle, putting it on my tummy, it's antispasmodic. So if you have like cramping in your stomach or a urinary tract infection and your bladder spasming, spearmint is really great for that. It tastes great to freshen your breath. It's just like, it's a good oil anyway. And if you have trouble like speaking up for yourself, that's a good one. Did you want to say something about spearmint? My friend Cindy's here. She's very oily. So did you want to say anything?
I love spearmint. I like using it sometimes instead of peppermint if I have joint pain or,
yeah,
my muscles are bothering me. And I just love the smell of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
I've been eating it out of my mom's garden for years, and all of a sudden I'm going, oh, yeah, spearmint.
Yeah, a lot of people love the taste of spearmint. It's good. Like you can make a spearmint tea. You can mix it in your diffuser with like a citrus oil, like tangerine or citrus bliss or something, and it's a very summery, uplifting smell. But I just thought I would throw that in there because since we're talking about using lavender on the throat, spearmint is another option. It's not in this kit. We have peppermint in this kit, but spearmint is just another one that helps in that area too.
Right. And I greatly appreciate you sharing that with us. That, like I say, that's what I love about our oils is, like you say, they're not just for a medicinal purpose, but they work at the emotions level as well. Yeah. And so it really treats the whole person, not just, one little aspect. And so the next oil I have is lemon. And, what do you say about lemon?
Everything. You say everything.
Lemon is just that. Lemon is everything. I put it in my water and drink it in my water all day long. Lemon is great detoxifier. So it helps to clean out our systems. But not only can you use it for working with that or working, it's great for heartburn or some types of issue. Is wonderful for kidney stones. Yeah. Once again, by drinking it, it helps to keep your bladder and all cleared out and cleaned out, and helps to keep that that buildup from occurring. But not only, we've talked about using the oils for medicinal and for emotional, but lemon is one of those oils that's wonderful for cleaning.
Yeah.
And so it has many versatile benefits. And so with cleaning with the lemon, not only does your kitchen area or whatever you're cleaning with smell good, but it cuts through that grease, that grime. Men like that in the wild orange because it'll cut through some of that grease and grime, and they don't come out smelling like a butterfly or very floral scented. It's a nice clean scent smell.
Have you been sniffing butterflies lately?
Yeah, well, I've got some bananas I actually put outside, and they were nibbling on them, but I'm under influence of some oils.
I was just like, what does a butterfly smell like exactly? I haven't sniffed one in a while.
Right now.
Well, I am actually remodeling. Well, and when I say I'm remodeling, I mean my husband's remodeling our kitchen, and I'm just, there to supervise apparently. And when you're when you're doing remodeling, there's like all kinds of construction issues that arise, and we've had to shine some stainless steel appliances with our lemon. We have had to, like, we got some new cabinets and they had some like sticky stuff on them. And normally, like before oils, I would have tried all kinds of toxic things like Goo Gone and whatever to try to get that off. I just was able to put a little lemon on my finger and just kind of rub it right off, and it just comes right off. We also, once our new marble countertop was totally like finished curing or whatever it's called, I was able to spray it down with my cleaner, because my cleaner is really mild and gentle. It's just vinegar and water with lemon oil in it. We, by the way, at our house, you've probably heard me say this before, but I can't say it enough times. Our window cleaner and our degreaser is the same as our fruit and veggie wash. Yep. So what I submit to you is, if you cannot wash your fruit and veggies with your window cleaner or your degreaser, then you're using something toxic. And when you use toxic things, it affects your body. It affects your lungs. It affects your skin. It affects your liver. It's indoor air pollution, which really affects people these days because we have so many horrible, icky things that we use inside our house. And then we never open our windows because God forbid we would let any fresh air in. And so don't let nature in the house. That's terrible. So I'm just saying that, like, you can use these oils to eliminate some of these toxins that are already in your body, and then keep you from putting new ones in when you use it to clean with.
And maybe, Deanna, later you could post your recipe that you used to make that.
Sure.
I'm just thinking there's some of them out here may would like to know how to make that.
And there's so many of us that like to DIY things that doTERRA even sells a continuous mist sprayer, which I like it because it doesn't like just squirt like big piles of wetness on. It's just very light mist. It's perfect for cleaning. It's perfect for making sprays for your hair, like for your clothes, fabric refresher, everything. So that's what I use to make that lemon cleaner.
Wonderful. I appreciate you sharing that with us. So then the next oil, and we're going to see how talented Deanna is, but of course she's got Sydney hiding in the back corner here. I'd like to talk about is our tea tree oil. We used to call it Melaleuca, but we've gone back to its original name, tea tree. So here on the bottle it says Melaleuca, and underneath you can see the tea tree. So some of y'all in your new kits, it'll actually say tea tree oil and not Melaleuca, but it is all one and the same. And it is it's a blend. Try this again. It is an oil that is wonderful to work with all types of viral issues that are going on in the world. Let me rephrase that one. It doesn't take care of the viruses on your phone or on your computer. Okay?
But maybe it does.
If we did.
Perhaps it does. I don't know.
Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. But anyhow, the tea tree oil is great for helping with that. Once again, it's another great cleansing oil. It is wonderful to help with different, I'm trying to think of a best way to put it, like with your coughs, or I use Melaleuca also. My husband had gotten a rash, and so he had used it on there, and it helped it to clear up. I have found that it's been great for like poison ivy. So there's many different ways, once again, that you can use this. And it doesn't sting or burn. So if you're, applying it to a kiddo, you don't have to worry about them. I think back to many years ago, and some of you out there may be able to relate. Who remember the it was a red
Mercurochrome.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I know all about Mercurochrome.
Oh, that stuff was just like
Yes, it would burn like fire. You would be crying because you scraped your knee, and then your mom would be like, "Here, I'll fix it by like making it burn 10 times worse."
Exactly.
Yeah. So this does not do that. Yeah, this is way better.
Yes, and so that's what I love about
Thanks,
this.
Mom. By the way.
We just had a group of kids go to church camp, and it was great because my youngest child is 30. And obviously I didn't have any children going to camp because this was for kids between 7 and 12. And here I stood on that morning as I was getting ready to take the kids to camp, and I was fixing them each their own little Ziploc baggie of their oils to take to camp with them.
Aww.
So they needed something while they were at camp. These are children that are used to using oils in their home, and I felt like that was just a little something. I made them each little miniature roller bottles to take with them, so they could, just apply them quickly and easily. And Melaleuca was one of them I had them take with them, just, because being in the public shower area and different things like that, just trying to help the kids stay healthy. And
it's a really good oil to like just always have with you. In fact, doTERRA has created these emergency, I don't know what they're called. They're like emergency crisis kits, so that like when people have disasters all over the world, we can send them these little kits, and it has a bottle of Melaleuca in there because of what Rhonda just said. Like it helps with all kinds of pathogens. It's antifungal, it's antiseptic. It's good for I want to say cooties, but yeah, it is good for cooties, but I meant to say like lice. It helps with lice. It helps with burns. Like it helps to cool down tissue from burns. It helps things to heal faster. Like it's really like a really good all around oil. And so, yeah, it's perfect for camp. It's also an insect repellent oil. I mean, it does a lot of stuff. It's kind of like lavender. In fact, the two of those oils are kind of buddies. They can kind of go together like peas and carrots, like they just do a lot together.
Right. So I know we're kind of pushing time here, so I'm going to kind of run with some of these.
All right.
But we've got the oregano, and oregano is one of those oils. Now this one is what we consider a hot oil, and I want to make sure I emphasize that it is considered a hot oil. So you want to make sure that if you use the oregano, that you use it with a carrier oil, such as the fractionated coconut oil, or some of that nature. Now, the roller bottles are already pre-diluted, and so that is a big help there. Now, I will share a quick story and the fact that the oregano was the very first oil I was ever given a sample of. A dear friend of mine that is an upline of mine, Lisa Meckel, was trying to help me with my knee, and she gave me a sample of the oregano. However, she forgot to tell me I needed to dilute it. And she told me to go home and rub it on my knee and see if that would help me with the pain. Now, most of us would have gone home and done that, and the pain would have been gone except for the fire of the oregano. Rhonda's wired quite differently, and I applied it and didn't really do much for me. And the next day I saw her at church, and she said, "I forgot to tell you before you used that." I said, "I already used it." And she had this terrified look on her face. She said, "I'm so sorry." I said, "For what?" "Didn't it burn?" I said, "Oh, no, was it supposed to?"
Yeah.
And she then very quickly told me that I should make sure
Yeah. Most people are normal and it burns like fire. Like it burns like fire. So, but the other person who is crazy like that is my mom, and she takes it under her tongue straight, and she tells other people, "Oh, just take a drop, like, and gargle with it." And I'm like, you are crazy people. So I don't know what's wrong with those two women, my mother and Rhonda, but they are both crazy. So yeah, it's very, very extremely hot. So make sure that you definitely use a carrier oil. And if you want
Definitely.
it by mouth, either just say no and don't do it, or put it in a veggie cap. doTERRA sells empty capsules and you can put it in there.
Yes. The next oil is peppermint. Now this one is not near as hot as the oregano. However, once again, though, if you have sensitive skin, I do highly recommend that you dilute it because it can still just create an uncomfortable feeling on your skin. And especially for children, I definitely recommend that you dilute it. Like say, just to kind of keep that heat out of the skin. Peppermint is wonderful. Once again, for so many different things. It works to help break a fever. It's great for headaches. It's great for digestive issues. We could go on and on and on and on and on. But just, that's a quick overview there on the peppermint. It's great for sore muscles and, like say, I could just ramble forever about peppermint. Peppermint's one of those I carry with me. My husband likes the peppermint beadlets, and I know that doesn't come in the kit, but he works shift work, and like tonight he's working a midnight shift, and so he likes to use the peppermint beadlets on his midnight shift about somewhere between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, yep, we can actually see that one, and he likes to pop a couple of those during that hour, just to kind of give him that little extra pick me up to get him through through the night. So that's the wonderful thing about peppermint. Now, in this kit also are a couple of blend oils, and these are patented and done up by doTERRA, and these are strictly doTERRA oils. And the first one is Breathe, and Breathe is a wonderful respiratory oil. It's great to help you with your respiratory system. When you've got these seasonal threats going on and they're irritating and making it difficult, exactly like Dan is showing you there, breathe it in. You can feel it go right straight into your lungs. It's wonderful. It just helps to open up and loosen up anything that may be sitting down there and making it very difficult and uncomfortable. Maybe if you have problems with the stuffy nose at night due to your seasonal, you might take the roller bottle of Breathe and just roll it there underneath your nose or right there on your chest area or something of that nature. We also have the Breathe stick, which is good to rub there on the chest, especially for little ones. So those are just a couple other ways that you can use the Breathe product. Digest Zen. That is one we make sure we never leave home without. Digest Zen is wonderful for anything gastro, but not only gastro. It's also great. Maybe you do flying or travel up in high altitudes and you know how your ears get to that point, they just don't want to open up. If you take a little bit of that and you just run it right down on the outside of your ear, down the eustachian tube channel, and it will help to open that drainage right up. You can also apply it right here on your cheekbone, above the eye, and help to open up the sinuses if you're really impacted in that area. It'll help to drain that there as well.
I just want to mention quickly that if you're like me and you have sensitive skin, that if you put it here or here, it's going to burn. A lot of people, that doesn't bother them. But for me, I have to use the roller that's pre-diluted. Or if I didn't have the roller, I would have to mix it first in my hand with some of the liquid coconut oil and then apply it, because I can't apply it to my belly either.
Okay.
The bottom of my feet is the only place I can use Digest Zen, or under the tongue.
All right. And that's good to know. I haven't come across anyone, that's complained so far, but I usually recommend the roller bottles for most people with children. So it's probably why. The next one is On Guard. And gee, that's another one of those oils. What do you not say about On Guard? doTERRA has a wonderful whole spread line of On Guard products. But in this particular kit, you'll get the 15 milliliter bottle of the oil. we like to put it in our diffuser, and we run it in our diffuser literally in our living room from, year round, because there's always something going around. I don't have children in school. However, we teach the children in our church, they go to school. And I don't need any unfriendly visitors coming to visit in our home. So we do that. My husband works in a closed office area. And I can say for the last 5 years, he's not missed a day of work for being sick. He uses the On Guard beadlets, sort of like the peppermint beadlet you saw a few minutes ago, except it's made with the On Guard. And he takes one every day, as well as we diffuse the On Guard in our home. We use the On Guard hand sanitizer. And we have seen the flu and all the other cooties go through his office, not just once, but 2 and 3 times. Most of these people have had it and have been out of work, and he has not missed one day. So, and he has a weakened immune system due to, he has muscular dystrophy. And so, his system is much more compromised, and it's a great way that it's been able to help boost his system. So, and then the Deep Blue. Deep Blue was one of those that helped me get through my knee replacement, and I'm looking forward to, I've got a whole protocol that I have used on a knee replacement. And so now somebody said something about, oh no, your arm. I said, I'm excited. I get to develop a new protocol now for an arm. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm taking very copious notes on the things that I'm using and doing. And I'm looking forward to being able to share my experience. I've already talked with the surgical coordinator at the doctor's office, and she's very interested in talking to me more about our doTERRA products. So it's a great way, got a new avenue of sharing through this. So I see it as a blessing, not as a curse.
Well, thank you for breaking things so that we could all learn from you. I appreciate that.
Well, you can either look at the glass half full or half empty.
Yes. Well, so if you want to be prepared for all of these things that can happen in your home, and you also want to have oils that you can use daily to help your body operate at an optimal level, then you're looking for the Home Essentials Kit. That's what we talked about, Home Essentials. Why do you want a kit? Because it's a better deal. When you get a starter kit, you get a free 1-year wholesale membership to doTERRA. That membership gives you 25% off. That's 1/4 off of the price of your oils. Plus, that comes with an entire community of people that have experience with oils for years, and they're going to help you to make sure you use them safely and effectively. You're going to have VIP access to our Facebook group, where you can ask thousands of other oil users your questions. We do lots of fun stuff in there, lots of free education. Yeah, Rhonda just showed you an oil reference book that you can use to help you look up your health concerns. And you also have the opportunity to participate in our optional rewards program. And you get below wholesale pricing on products. And that is because we have product rebates. I call them freebates because every order that you place through the rewards program, you get a percentage back that you can cash in for free oils. Plus, there's a free, there's an oil of the month club when you order by the 15th of the month. So it's like a monthly subscription box for wellness. And it's how we all have kind of built up our stash of oils. I have hundreds of oils now, but I just started out with those 10. And those 10 do a lot of things. But the loyalty rewards allows you to get free oils and oils at a great discount so you can build up your stash so that when you do crazy stuff like slam your finger, I don't know if you can see how black my finger is right there, but I slammed my finger really hard into a metal table last night. And I know that the very first oil you use when you have a bump or a bruise is geranium. That wasn't in my starter kit, but because of the rewards program, I have oils like that I've been able to add to my collection. And I would hate to see what my finger would have looked like if I had not put geranium on there, because I put a lot of geranium on there and it hurt. I didn't say any bad words, but I definitely thought several because it hurt really bad. And so the oils help you to be prepared for those kind of emergencies. So if you don't have a person that you're working with, then feel free to reach out to me on the page and I will connect you with somebody that will be your personal oil guru and give you the support you need, help you get started. If somebody invited you to watch this video, please contact them. Ask them to help you walk you through it and help you decide what's best. If it's not the Home Essentials kit, we have other starter kits that we'll point you to, and we'll make sure you get all the benefits of the doTERRA membership. Friends don't let friends buy retail, and friends don't just sell friends oils and then just leave them out there to figure out what they do. In the Oil Shares family, we don't do that. We've got lots of resources to plug you into so that you can be part of a community that knows how to use them and will support you in your journey. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Rhonda and to Cindy for being here as our guests. And we'll be back here next Sunday. Guess what, boys and girls? We have a BOGO on Tuesday. Buy one, get one free. We don't know what it will be, but there is a special oil that will, if when you purchase it, you can magically get another special oil free. We'll find out tomorrow what that is. But stay tuned. Make sure you join our Oil Shares BOGOs and promos group, which is open to anyone who is either not a doTERRA member or is a member on the Oil Shares team. And we will announce what the BOGO is in there. Plus, we do giveaways on BOGO Day. So yay! And there's a limit of 5 per person. So you can, whatever the BOGO is, you can get 5 of them for 5 oils and get 5 free if you'd like. So we'll see you tomorrow on the BOGOs and promos group to announce that. And we'll see you back here, facebook.com/oil shares with an S, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.